out there. We have a new project for you this week, and it is very special just for you guys. I want you to think of one 4-letter inspiring positive word. Okay, I know last week we also included an inspiring positive word. That's kind of a theme, right? We love to be positive around here. So I have 2 examples of what you're gonna be doing today. Hope and love. All right, so you get to choose your word, you get to choose your colors and your designs. We will be Zentangling today. I love Zentangling, it's so relaxing. And I hope you guys enjoy this project just as much as I enjoyed making it. All right, let's get started. Take your ruler and line it up with the edge of the bottom of your paper. And then with a Sharpie or black permanent marker, draw a line straight across the bottom. And then do the same on the other side. So I'm gonna line it up carefully, draw a line. If you do not feel confident doing this with Sharpie, do it with pencil first and then trace it. Okay, so now what you're going to do is fold it in half twice so that you have 4 squares. So line it up really good, iron it out with your thumb, and fold it again. All right, so now we have our 4 squares, and we are going to trace this crease in between these lines, so here, so that we have 4 squares below our lines that we drew. Using your ruler, trace the creases with a Sharpie. So now I want you to think of a word that is positive. It's got to be 4 letters. This one says hope, H-O-P-E. I'm gonna do love. When you draw your letters, you want them to go all the way from the top to the bottom of each square, and draw them big and thick, any font that you want. And then, of course, trace your letters with Sharpie and erase all your extra pencil lines. I'm gonna show you a trick. If you have trouble drawing block or bubble letters, here's a little trick. You can draw with the end of your eraser. So if I'm doing an A, I would draw with my pink eraser. And then I'm gonna create like a fence all the way around my letter and on the inside, protecting this little eraser, right? Or a border, a force field, a fence. So I'm going to, and it can be straight up and down and squared, it can be round, it can be fancy. And voila, I have my letter, and then I just dust it away. Easy as that. Okay, now that everything's outlined, the bottom border and the top border, you need to add a simple black and white design. You can add stripes or polka dots. Here I did black and white stripes. I colored them thick and colored them in. Here I think I'll go with, it could be hearts, it's the love. So I'm gonna go with a simple shape. And I think hearts is the perfect shape. I'm just gonna draw very carefully and slowly so that my hearts turn out just the way I want them. Okay, now that I have my top and bottom border complete, I get to start Zentangling. You need a regular fine point Sharpie and an ultra fine Sharpie, or maybe a nice black pen. If you only have one or the other, that works too, but if you can get 2 different sizes of permanent marker, that is great. And you're going to add Zentangle to the inside of each letter. So Zentangle is just different line designs and patterns that you can create. You can look at some examples, you can come up with your own ideas, have fun with it. This is a very relaxing practice. So the first thing you need to do is section out each letter with some dividing lines, just a few. And now start creating. Just start drawing some lines. Take your time. Try to stay inside the lines of the letter. And just relax. If you accidentally mess up on a design, it was not what you intended to do, just go with it and see what you can create. Sometimes our accidents or mistakes create the most beautiful designs. So this one, I'm just going to the same point for it. Once you have all your Zentangle done, you can start painting the background of each square. Pick a warm color and a cool color. You can use marker. You can use watercolor paint. I used watercolor paint on this picture here. So on this one, I chose a raspberry and a turquoise to color my background. So a warm and a cool color, and alternate the colors. So now that I have my turquoise squares done, I'm going to move to my raspberry pink squares. Make sure that you give each letter and line a nice little outline to protect them so that you don't go over the border and color where you're not supposed to be. Color one little section, one direction at a time. And there we have our Think Positive art lesson. I hope you guys enjoyed this project. I can't wait to see your art.